a Cadillac for real. So why, if I had any choice of man out here, would I be desperate to just have a man that's in prison so that I can just say I have a man? That doesn't make sense. I'm sure that's just like your girl Cadillac. You're a beautiful woman. You're maintaining. You're smart. You're intelligent. You got it going on. Got them little Instagram pictures that be guys be liking them all day long, girl. Like guys be up in your inbox. Like how, if you really wanted to be, you know, with somebody, you couldn't find somebody because they're clearly out here. Men are clearly out here. So it's like that doesn't make sense. That is not why we're just with people in prison, because, you know, we're just desperate and we're picking from the bottom of the barrel like crazy. Okay, so that goes into my number 11, but I'm gonna make that actually 3.5 because it fits better right there. So now it is gonna be 10 things. Okay, no, that's not my 11. I messed up. It's number 10. Okay, you just need a man or need sex and you'll be all right. I have had people in my life tell me that. Girl, you just need you a man. Like, I'll be having problems at work. I have issues at work. I have issues like with school. I would always like blow a fuse about school. I was team over school. I was an older student and it was really hard. It's harder for older students to do school. And people tell me, oh, you just need a man. Oh, you just need some sex. You'll be all right. You're like, that's going to calm you down. And I'm like, that makes no sense. That's a whole different problem that has nothing to do with the freaking man. Like, how could sex stop my final project not going through? Like, girl, they say some of the silliest things. They don't think about what they're saying. They don't realize how hurtful things are. Like, just reducing me to all my problems being I need sex. Once I get sex, all my problems are gone. And then basically get it from any random guy out here because I clearly want to be with Marcello. So because I can't be with Marcello, I must go ahead and find somebody else just to fulfill those needs. Like, baby, those needs can stay on hold until my man comes on. That's what I want. There's a certain thing called being celibate, and I am celibate, and that's because I want my man. Like, it's like wanting a castle and settling for a shack. Why would I, if I really want that castle, it's going to take me a longer time to not maintain, but to achieve that castle, to get funds for a castle. And if I wanted that castle, why would I say, oh, I don't have enough of that, so let me just go get this shack? Baby, that's crazy, but they will say stuff like that. Let me know. Give me a heart emoji if anybody told you something crazy like that. Girl, you just need some sex. Your homegirls will tell you that. Your homegirls that are not involved in these relationships, girl, you just need to get laid. You need a man. Let me hook you up. Why they always want to hook you up? You're in a relationship, but they don't actually see this as being a relationship. They see this as basically like a hurdle in your life, basically like a stumbling block. And girl, once you get past that, then you can live your life. Like, they don't fully understand. And it got to the point where I got tired of, I'll explain it to you a couple of times, but after a while, I realized you're just not going to get it. And it's not my responsibility to make you get it. This is how I feel, and this is what it is. Okay, so now we're on number 4. Something already has to be wrong with you to be with somebody in prison. And they feel like it's like you're damaged goods. Something's wrong. You're emotionally unstable, or something happened in the past. All your relationships must have been like just garbage, and you just can't find your own man. That kind of ties in with some of the other, things that I said earlier. You can't find nobody free. So girl, you're you have low self-esteem, you have all these different issues, so you feel like the best man that you can get is a man that's incarcerated. Now, I will tell you, I have had some issues. Like, I've had issues, like probably all the human beings that are watching me have had issues. I have in the past had issues of low self-esteem, but it had nothing to do with him being in prison, because those are pieces of baggage that I've had before my incarcerated husband. Like, those things did not, they were already issues that I had in my life and that I have dealt with since childhood. So they really didn't have nothing to do with him. And then I kind of resolved those issues for a while, like that bullying and feeling less than and being made fun of. That will make you, once a guy talks to you, like, oh my gosh, like he's talking to me, and you feel like because he says the words "I love you" that he must love me, because no man has ever told me that before. I dealt with those issues growing up, but by the time, really, what just happened? Oh, we're still recording. But by the time I got with Marcello, those issues weren't really a big issue, because I went through this whole transformation to where I had plenty, I had my pick of every man that I wanted. So it wasn't just, hey, I couldn't find nobody, so I'm just desperate. Like, can you please, Mr. Prisoner, sir, be with me? Crazy, but that's what they think. It is almost time for me to go to work, guys. Oh my goodness. So I'm not going to get through my whole list. Okay. I have about 7 minutes, so we got to rush. Number 5, you're a bad example for females, other females, like that are in your life, that are looking up to you, and they like, if you're different, like I was in the church, like you're a bad person to look up to because you're with the prisoner. Or if you were like with my daughter, I had one time I was at visitation, and I couldn't believe nobody fixed their mouth to say that. I was going into visitation with my daughter, our daughter, and they was like, oh, so who are you visiting? Like, people like to make small talk. And I am not that talkative person, but I don't always want to shut people out. So I give them the little benefit of the doubt, and I start talking to them, and they're like, oh, so you're going to see who? Who are you going to see? I said, my husband. Oh, okay. So this is her father? Yes, this is her father. And the conversation went on, and they fixed their mouth to say, do you know you're being a bad example for your daughter by seeing a man in prison? And I'm like, girl, that completely, like, who says that to somebody? And yes, no, oh my gosh, that made no sense. Like, why would I need to do a whole separate video about that. But why would that doesn't make any sense. That is her father. So are you saying the better example would have been to leave her father when he was at his lowest, when we took vows for better or worse? Like, we were about to take them vows, but he was snatched away before. And now I was just finna go ahead and marry him while he's in prison. I wanted to marry him when he came home, but baby, the way this world looking, like, baby, time is of the essence. I wanted to marry him now. And then when I got ready to go marry him for the second time, that was snatched from me, because that's when this bogus situation happened and we were no longer able to visit. So how would that be a bad example? I guess they were trying to say that by you being with a prisoner, that you can reflect that on your child, and then in the future they might want to be with somebody that's incarcerated. And I'll do a whole separate video about that. What would my feelings be if my daughter, our daughter, was with an incarcerated citizen? But that's crazy. Like, you're just because of your choice of who you love, you're a bad example. That doesn't make sense. And I'm probably sweating now, girl. I'm trying to get these videos together, but it seems like they're getting raggedy and raggedier every time, making me want to edit. But girl, I'm not editing. I edit them videos and y'all don't watch them. So I'm not editing anymore. We're playing it by ear. Okay. That you're a bad person. This is number 6, for being with someone in prison. So that kind of piggybacks off that bad example, that you must be like low class. You don't have any. Do I have that on another one? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I do have that on there. That you're for crime, like you do the wrong thing. You don't have any moral standards because you're with someone in prison. All of that is a misconception. I am a law-abiding citizen. Though a lot of these laws are shitty and actually are biased, I do not do, if I can help it, and I'm not perfect. I was never born perfect. I'm not perfect. But if I can help it, I'm going to always do the right thing. I am trustworthy. I am believable. Anything that I tell you, I'm not lying. I'm not a liar. I don't lie about certain things. So if I'm telling you, even through this video, I'm being honest with you 100%. It is getting hot. Oh my gosh. So then I can't read my list. Girl, I gotta keep the glasses on. But that's a misconception. Okay, number 7. You yourself participate in criminal activity. When you're with a prisoner and you're a prison wife, they believe that you are with any goddamn thing that goes on. Like, this is very known when you go to visitation or when you visit these facilities. They accuse you of almost everything, and they feel like, yeah, you would do that because you're a prison wife. And baby, I wouldn't do none of that. I'll link in the description the reason why we're not getting married. That they accuse me of freaking substances. I know nothing about. Really? Girl, we gonna have to do it like this. This thing just keeps cutting off on me and I'm gonna be late to work, like, for real. I should have knew not to be trying to record this before work, but you know, my first and foremost, I'm a YouTuber. That's what I want to be. I'm a graphic designer and YouTuber. And secondary, I work at a restaurant. Like, I mean, so my focus is going to mainly be on this and prospering this. Then, you know, and then I'll just catch up to work. I'll rush in and figure that out. But that's not my main priority in life. I'm sorry, you know, but just being honest. But that you're a bad person for being with someone in prison. And that is not so. Like, oh, Amazon number 7, girl. Okay, you yourself participate in criminal activity. I have no record. There have been people that have come to me to do this, and this. I'm not for it. I have a lot of morals. If it is against my morals, if it's against my values, if it's dishonest, I'm not doing it. So don't think just because I am in a relationship with the prisoner that, hey, I must be with the crime and stuff like that. No, baby. I am no way. I don't condone crime. I am not. No, not at all. Now, I do agree that there are some people that have been incarcerated that deserve a second chance. That is not saying that I myself condone crime. No, that's saying that punishment and crime needs to be equal. If you don't mind yourself being wrote off for the rest of your life for something you did, then you can pass that judgment to the next. But most times you don't want the same judgment that you pass to the next. So that's how can you treat somebody the way you don't want to be treated? Like, a lot of people that are incarcerated deserve second chances, and they should receive second chances. Okay, so we are number 8. You are uneducated. They a lot of times believe that prison wives are uneducated, which that is very untrue. Your girl is very much educated. I just went back and finished college even before, and I would have been, did that. But, I had our daughter and I had to become a single mother overnight. It wasn't easy. So I went, and it wasn't easy when I went back, but I went back when it was a little bit easier. I was in school when before our husband, my husband, before my husband went to prison. He actually met me when I was in college. I went to cosmetology school. I believe in, and not just college, because any form of you know bringing your knowledge up, like if you're doing online courses, or if you're just, even if they're not accredited, if you're just learning stuff online, you're not uneducated. And we can't be uneducated being prison wives. We have to know the law. We have to know all types of stuff. We have to know, be social media specialists. We have to know how to connect with people. We have to know how to get people's attention. Like, you can't be uneducated and be a prison wife. I mean, I guess you could, but you're not going to get too far. You got to know if the person is getting over on you, if other people are getting over on you. The institutions themselves, they think that you're just loony, like you're dumb. Like, we can tell you anything and you're going to believe it. Baby, no, that is not the case. We're not dumb and or uneducated. This one is gonna have to be edited, unfortunately, because it didn't give me two, like one clear video. So now it's chopped up videos because it keeps stopping. So I'm gonna have to edit. Ugh, I hate that. Okay, so we are on number 9. So we're almost done. I have two more. Prison wives live up to the stigmas that are out there about them, so they must be true. Girl, they always want to categorize you. Oh, and a lot of those stigmas, I guess some people do actually, exhibit that. And a lot of times I have left certain prison groups because of that. Because I'm like, well, this is not really me. Like, I can't even, I'm a prison wife, they're a prison wife, but I can't relate to that. Like, I can't relate to, the tough chick that, oh, I'm about it and stuff like that. That's really not me. Though I'm with a prisoner, and yes, he is tough, but he doesn't go around throwing his weight around and stuff like that. He doesn't go around, he's there to protect himself, but he's not there just in there causing trouble, and I'm out here causing trouble and I'm just as tough as he is. No, that is not me. That's not my persona. I'm sure y'all can see that. So it's like, and then there's other misconceptions such as the ones on this list, and I don't feel like I live up to any of them. And a lot of prison wives, and it's usually this way. It is usually that a few people cause everybody to, like how they say, one bad apple spoils the bunch. That's what it usually is. It's that small majority of prison wives that are out there glorifying it, and it makes everybody think that that is just how prison wives is, and that is just not what it is. I don't think I display any of those characteristics, and I am not really like attracted, like friendship wise, or associate with people that actually are on that tip. So number 10, the last one before your girl is late to work. You just need a man. Oh, I did that one, girl. We can't do that again. Okay, number 11, which is actually number 10 now. So I'm going to clear this up once I edit. You are putting your life on hold for him. Now, that is a big misconception. Everybody say, you're gonna put your life on hold for that man. Will he do that for you? Will he put his life on hold for you? And oh my gosh, you so crazy. You need to move on with your life. When you gonna live for you? And girl, I'm living for me. That's the man I want. That's the man of my dreams. I'm not gonna settle for some other Tom, Dick, Harry, whoever, Tyrone, because I can't have my man. That's the man I want for me. But as far as everything else, baby, ain't nothing been on hold. I raised my daughter to the fullest, to the best of my abilities, even with all these things that I was lacking due to my husband being wrongfully convicted. I still felt like I raised my daughter really good. I was at all her events. I put her first. Though me and my depression, me and my issues, all these issues with the system, I never allowed that to interfere with our time. We always, anything she did, I stood behind her. I supported her. Myself, I wanted my own education. I always wanted to be, you know, I aspired for more than just the customer service job, working in stores and stuff like that. And I'm not downing anybody that does that. But I always knew in my heart that is not what I wanted. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted my own business. I wanted to be an artist, and I wanted to be a rapper. I have went after every single dream in life that I have ever wanted. I have never let my dream I have never let my dream not come about just because he's in prison. None of that's on hold. So I didn't put my career on hold. I have still been trying to move up on my career, though it stalled it that time working at that super center. I believe also not just being a prison wife, I believe working in the wrong environment caused me to stall my life a lot. I just let that video out, 10 ways that working at Walmart and and being a prisoner are similar. That once I get into that cycle, like, girl, we used to call that the blue hole, like, for real. And it was definitely a blue hole. I hope that they have gotten better about the way they treat their associates since I've left, but I have heard through the grapevine, through other people, that they treat them no better. No better. But girl, get out. If you work at that place and you hate it, if you work at any job that you hate, don't stay. Don't stay, because your job is half of your life. Figure something out. You have to leave. And I didn't leave. I had to leave once I got hurt and they start trying to fire me. But get out, because you deserve your happiness in life. And if that job makes you unhappy, do not do another day there. Get out. But I haven't put my career on hold. I didn't put my schooling on hold. I've achieved, I wanted my own apartment. I got that. I've got everything in life that I have wanted, except for my man. And technically, I do have my man. We got an alternative situation, but I still have my man, my husband, my ride or die, my soulmate. So all these misconceptions, I'm sorry, the video, it just is not working for me. You know how the devil like to intervene and try to knock you off your course. But I got through this video, and now let me rush home and get ready for work before I'm late and have to have some other excuse. Like, girl, I can't tell them that instead of getting ready for work and driving to work, I was up there recording little YouTube videos. I can't tell them that. Good. Don't you tell them either. Don't, please. Can we keep this between me and you? Anyways, with that, it's your girl Cadillac.
It's your girl Cadillac.